Hello all, I'm sharing my tasting notes for this Minnesota Nice tea, and I like to start with the tea leaves, and this says that it has lemongrass, rose petals, and cornflower in it. It definitely can pick out the lemongrass. The cornflowers, the purple flowers, um, uh, they kind of blend right into the black. You don't notice them until you look up close, but you can see they're there. And there's a few rose petals. There's more lemongrass than anything. I do like blended teas like this because they look pretty and I can pick them apart. But it also has a black tea and some jasmine green tea in it. I can't quite tell the black from the jasmine. I do see a stick there, a stalk. So here's the packaging, and I think it's their signature tea because Tea Source is in Minneapolis, and I bought this because I've been trying their teas that are not blended and enjoying them, and this is their signature tea. So my son and his wife and my granddaughters all live in Minneapolis, so I thought I'd try this, even though I'm not much of a blended person. And there's what the package says. Tastes like oranges with a floral touch and pairs nicely with a cabin at the lake. And we were like, well, we'll just pretend our home is a cabin since we cannot get away from the house to vacation right now. So here is what it looks like wet. For those that like to pick it out to see whether the leaves, I do this sometimes, whether the leaves are, oh, there's the green leaf, where large, full, or broken. And here's the color of the tea. On my spectrum, I called it nutmeg. And it's really a classic, beautiful color tea. And since it's called nice with an apostrophe, it indicates that it's good for iced tea. That is what it suggests. So we made a whole pot of it in iced tea, and my husband's gonna pour it. I made some simple syrup, and it tastes all quite different with sugar in it than without sugar. I always taste my tea without sugar first, and I liked it. I like the way it tastes better with the sugar, I think, because without the sugar it just tasted like artificial orange. So here's my tasting notes, and you can see the date today. It's Labor Day weekend. The origin of the tea, oh, I should have put green in there. I will add that later because it's black and green. The origin is not revealed anywhere, and that's why I'm into teas where I can learn the origin and more about it. For the processing section, it says it's black tea. So the only thing I know about black tea for processing is that it's fully oxidized. So it's a dark, rich cup. Well, that's kind of why it's got a darker color, I guess. High in caffeine, but then again, we got green tea in there that has 0 to little oxidation. So it does say on the website that it's jasmine green tea. So I do know that jasmine green tea is allowed to set with the jasmine flowers to infuse the scent, but I didn't get any of that in this. There's the color on the color spectrum. I chose the nutmeg, and when we smelled it, my husband says, wow, when he first smelled it, because he said he did not expect that smell. And we both agreed that the orange overpowers the smell. And so, this has to be from the list of ingredients, the natural flavor. The body was light, which was unexpected. I thought it would be a little bit fuller, but it was light. And the astringency, that's a good thing for me. I don't like teas that are very astringent. And so this makes it a tea that I would buy again because it is low astringency. When we tasted it, though, all we could taste was the orange flavoring. I couldn't taste the tea. And I think when people are blending teas, from what I've heard, is that you have to have a good balance between the flavors and still being able to taste the tea. And I don't know, could be I'm just missing it, but that's my review. But the finish is lingering and aromatic. It definitely lingers because the orange never stops. It just goes on. Well, it eventually stops. But my preference is not flavored tea. I only gave it 3 hearts because of that. Some people might really like it, especially with the low astringency. And I put on there why I bought it. I didn't dislike it, and it's a nice tea to take in long smells while sipping. So you can hold that cup up to your nose and smell before you take a sip. And my hubby really likes it, but he likes orange. So there's my photos I add to my journaling. You can see I've separated out some pieces so you could see the cornflowers, the roses, and the lemongrass. And anyway, if you've had this tea, let me know what you think about it.